What was the ancient obsession with 72 and 432? Scientists found the hidden code. Imagine if every major civilization on Earth, separated by thousands of miles and centuries of time, all used the exact same mysterious numbers in their most sacred buildings, religious texts, and astronomical calculations. And we're only now understanding why. Welcome back to Beneath the Depths. Today we're exploring one of archaeology's greatest mysteries, the numbers 72 and 432 that appear obsessively in ancient cultures worldwide, and the shocking astronomical knowledge these numbers reveal about our ancestors' understanding of the cosmos. The number 72 appears everywhere in ancient civilizations in ways that cannot be coincidence. Ancient Egyptian texts mention 72 conspirators against Osiris. The Hebrew Kabbalah lists 72 names of God. Hindu tradition speaks of 72,000 nadis in the human body. Islamic tradition mentions 72 virgins in paradise. Buddhist temples have 72 stupas. The list goes on and on across every major ancient culture. But here's what's truly shocking. Modern astronomers have discovered that 72 is the number of years it takes for the Earth's axial precession to shift by exactly 1 degree. This astronomical phenomenon, called the precession of the equinoxes, takes 25,920 years to complete a full cycle, and that number divided by 360 degrees equals exactly 72. The number 432 is even more remarkable in its ubiquity. Ancient Babylon used a base 60 system where 432,000 was considered a sacred number. Hindu texts describe cosmic cycles of 432,000 years. The Egyptian Book of the Dead contains 432 references to the afterlife. Greek mythology records 432,000 years as the lifespan of the gods. What happened next will blow your mind. Scientists discovered these aren't random numbers, but precise astronomical measurements. Here's where it gets really interesting. 432 multiplied by 60 equals 25,920, the exact number of years in one complete precessional cycle. Ancient cultures somehow knew the precise mechanics of celestial movements that modern science only confirmed in the last few centuries. Can you imagine discovering that supposedly primitive civilizations possessed astronomical knowledge we thought was impossible without telescopes? The Great Pyramid of Giza encodes these numbers in its dimensions with impossible precision. The perimeter of the pyramid's base, divided by twice its height, equals exactly 3.14159 pi to 5 decimal places. But that's not the most amazing part. The pyramid's dimensions also encode the number 432 in multiple ways, including its slope angles and chamber proportions. The truth is even more incredible when you consider the global distribution of this knowledge. Angkor Wat in Cambodia has 72 temples arranged in specific patterns. The Mayan calendar system uses cycles of 72 and 432 extensively. Stonehenge's layout incorporates 72-degree angles. These civilizations had no known contact with each other, yet they all used identical numerical codes. Ancient music theory also reveals this obsession with 432. Many researchers believe ancient instruments were tuned to 432 Hz, a frequency that some claim has harmonic relationships with natural phenomena and human consciousness. Modern concert pitch of 440 Hz was standardized only in the 20th century, replacing older tuning systems that may have used 432 Hz. The astronomical significance goes deeper than just precession. The sun's diameter is approximately 864,000 miles, exactly 432,000 times 2. The moon's diameter is 2,160 miles, which is 432,000 divided by 200. These cosmic coincidences appear too precise to be accidental, suggesting ancient astronomers had incredibly sophisticated observational capabilities. But here's what makes this even more mysterious. Tracking precessional movement requires continuous astronomical observations over thousands of years. A civilization would need to maintain accurate records across dozens of generations to calculate these cycles. Yet somehow, ancient cultures around the world all possess this knowledge. The number 72 also relates to the human heartbeat in fascinating ways. The average human heart beats 72 times per minute at rest. Ancient medical texts from multiple cultures reference this number in connection to human physiology, suggesting they understood biological rhythms in ways we're only now appreciating. Sacred geometry in ancient architecture consistently uses 72-degree angles and proportions based on 432. The pentagon has internal angles of 72 degrees. The golden ratio, which appears throughout nature and ancient art, has mathematical relationships to these numbers. The five-pointed star, used symbolically by countless ancient cultures, is constructed using 72-degree angles. Here's where it gets really interesting from a consciousness perspective. Some researchers believe these numbers represent harmonic frequencies that ancient cultures used in rituals and ceremonies. The idea that certain mathematical ratios can affect human consciousness has been explored in various mystical traditions for millennia. The ancient Vedic texts of India are particularly explicit about these cosmic numbers. They describe vast cycles of time called yugas, all based on multiples of 432,000 years. The Kali Yuga is said to last 432,000 years, while other cycles are calculated using similar multiples. These aren't approximations, they're precise numbers that ancient cultures clearly considered significant. Recent discoveries in archaeoastronomy have confirmed that many ancient monuments were designed as astronomical observatories capable of tracking precessional movement. The layout of the Giza pyramids mirrors the constellation Orion with precision that accounts for precessional shift over thousands of years. But that's not the most amazing part. Some researchers suggest these numbers might represent an ancient global civilization's shared knowledge system, a universal code that survived cataclysms and was preserved in the myths, architecture, and sacred texts of successor cultures worldwide. The mathematical properties of 432 are remarkable in themselves. It's divisible by 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 16, 18, 24, 27, 36, 48, 54, 72, 108, 144, and 216. This mathematical flexibility made it ideal for ancient calculation systems that didn't use modern decimal notation. The connection to sound and vibration is particularly intriguing. Cymatics, the study of visible sound patterns, shows that frequencies based on 432 Hz create more symmetric and aesthetically pleasing geometric patterns than other frequencies. Ancient cultures may have understood these harmonic principles intuitively or through experimentation. Climate records and geological data show that major catastrophic events tend to occur in cycles that have rough correspondences to these numbers. Some researchers speculate that ancient civilizations were trying to preserve knowledge about cyclical disasters, encoding warnings in numbers that would survive the collapse of their own cultures. The obsession with 72 and 432 across all ancient civilizations suggests either a common source of astronomical knowledge or independent discovery of the same cosmic principles. Either possibility challenges our understanding of ancient capabilities and suggests that pre-modern peoples were far more scientifically sophisticated than conventional history admits. What was the ancient obsession with 72 and 432? It was the preservation of advanced astronomical knowledge encoded in numbers that could survive the rise and fall of empires, telling future generations that their ancestors understood the cosmos in ways we're only now beginning to appreciate. The fact that these numbers appear in every ancient culture's most sacred traditions proves that our ancestors possessed scientific knowledge that conventional archaeology claims was impossible, suggesting that human civilization's story is far older and more sophisticated than we've been taught. What other ancient numerical codes do you think might be hiding in plain sight in ancient monuments and texts? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible discoveries about the hidden knowledge encoded by our ancestors.